What is up guys, Suspense here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll do an in-depth review and be giving my thoughts on the Off-White Air Jordan 5 in the Muslin colorway. Man, I'm excited for this video. Let's jump into the top-down cam. All right, let's go ahead and start with the box. Obviously, we have a standard Jordan 5 box with little holes cut out throughout the top and sides, 2 on this side as well, and none on the front. All the holes should be firm to the touch and make no noise when you press in on them. Here is the box label. I purchased mine through eBay. You can take this into consideration during your legit checks as well, as this is a verified retail. This is a US release with the suggested retail tab of $225 as well. Moving inside the box, we do have a date code stamp in blue ink inside the lid. We also have a YCM sticker as well, and this palish green QC sticker with red ink as well on the bottom. Also inside the box is this plastic wrap with 2020 Off-White branding and a black Jumpman as well. Now obviously Virgil, rest in peace, drew heavy inspiration from the black metallic 5s, and the upper is gray and completely covered in this ripstop material. Now this ripstop material is actually translucent a little bit, and the color mainly comes from the darker black material underneath the ripstop. We have a black midsole with the gray shark teeth with black splatter print as well, and the outsoles are an aged yellow with gray hits as well. And inside the word Nike, you can actually see some printing from the Strobel, and the visible air unit is yellowed, aged color, just not as dark as the outsole. Now here is the Rand and Vamp area. Obviously we have a nice circular shape there, and the Rand here is not thick at all actually, especially compared to replicas. The material goes nice and folds over the Vamp here. There's 2 parallel stitches going across, and the material is not all frayed up here on the edges like 2 replicas that I have experience with. Both of them were frayed up here and this is not, so this would be a good place to look if you're legit checking. Here is the medial side. Obviously it contains the iconic Off-White text. This pair says Off-White for Nike Jordan 5, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, established 1990. This is a US size 11, and take note of the placement of the text in the circle here. You can see the V right here, almost all of the word Oregon, and the NIK. That may change depending on the size. I wouldn't necessarily take the placement into consideration, but definitely the size of the text. I've seen different on replicas. We also have a hole here in the top of the collar area, and that is only covered with the ripstop material. And both shoes should have a made in China tag as well. For legit checking, take note of how much space the text is taking up. Moving on to the lateral side, you can see the gray speckled shark teeth down here on the midsole, as well as a semi-translucent light gray rubber netting with another hole through it as well. And this side also has a hole in the top of the collar. But just under that hole is the number 23 on both shoes. It is very nicely stitched under there and has very sharp edges, especially on the top left of the 2 and the bottom right of the 3. Placement may vary, but here is a reference of an authentic pair for legit checking. You can also get a good look at the frayed edges here of the material. It goes over the stitch, and the cut is neat in some parts, like right here by the cage, but frayed in others, like right here around the 23. Now, as far as laces go, this pair comes with a set of black flat cotton laces already in, with white shoelace print on the ends, and also comes with a pair of white flat cotton laces and red flat cotton laces, both with shoelaces on the end. We also have these sort of yellowing, smoky lace locks with Nike branding on the left side, and there is a Nike branding on the red lace lock part as well. And on the left shoe, we have the iconic Off-White zip tie. This one has the 2020 date on it, very glossy on one side and rough on the other. And as far as the tongues go, we do have the iconic 3M tongue on the Jordan 5. We have a red Jumpman here. The fidelity is pretty good. You can see all 4 fingers, both laces, and no palm under the ball. And on both sides, the 3M has a little widow's peak right on the top. The left shoe here has a circle cut out to the right of the Jumpman, while the right shoe only has a semicircle cut out to the left of the Jumpman. This is also a good time to note the color of the foam here is black on the front and gray on the top. Some replicas just have gray foam all throughout, so reference that as well. And the back tabs feature the ageless Nike Air logo. The left eye is actually bigger than the right eye. You can actually see it. On the left, the eye is taller than the N. On the right, the N and the I are the same height. So there's probably other stitching inconsistencies as well, but one thing to note when legit checking is the size of the text. And also note the fidelity and the shape of the swoosh. All right, and moving inside, you should have a cardboard shoe tray with tissue paper on it, and the bottom should say die cut sock liner. Also, real quick, this is why this Jordan 5 is my favorite Jordan 5 of all time, and why this shoe is one of my grails. This shoe is so comfortable due to the fact that every other Jordan 5 has a huge bulky ankle area, and this pair is just nice and thin, and it allows my wide flat feet to get in here, and this shoe fits me perfectly. Here is the the insole, we have a dark gray, almost black foam insole with arch support. We have some printing running down the center there, and the top says AJ1 10.5 to 11.5. The top is just a black cotton with red Nike Air branding on the heel, and the fidelity is good. Moving inside, we have a nylon stroble with a good amount of black stitching, one visible guide hole. We have some red guidelines there on the stroble. You're gonna have to take my word for this, but the other footbed has a blue date code stamp on the stroble as well. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and hit these with a UV light so you know what to expect on a retail. Now, if you actually want to see me unbox this pair, up here in the top right-hand corner, you can go ahead and click that and check out my unboxing video after I purchased these through eBay. We do have some glue here from the join. The 23 text lights up under UV light, and the TPU lace holes here actually react a little bit under UV light as well and change color. And my pair actually has a little bit of a glue stain right here, but nothing major. And the outsoles, because they're a little translucent, they also change colors just a little bit under UV light. And the Nike Air text does not light up at all. That's actually something to take note of. The 23 text, you can see it turns very bright once you hit it with UV, but the Nike Air text does not change at all. But yeah, besides a little bit of glue, there is nothing on this retail pair. Thank you guys so much for watching my review on the Off-White Jordan 5 in the muslin colorway. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, maybe check out the video that YouTube recommends you, or check out any other video on my channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.